Welcome back everyone to Under the Plate, and man, it is exciting to be here in 2026 and kicking off the year with a very fun video. This has been very long requested ever since I believe it was episode 6 or episode 7 or 8. We dove in and ranked the different weapons in Final Fantasy VII, and today we're returning to the ranks and we are ranking the summons, and we're very excited for it.
Yeah, we gotta really dive into the summoned beasts, the ultimate extra of Final Fantasy VII, truly.
It really is, and you know, I always have loved this. So there's 16 summons in Final Fantasy VII. I've always loved all of these. I mean, you know, we were just talking about it, just the sound design and the effects and the cool, just unique designs that the team was able to make at this time. Just very amazing designs and very memorable summons for sure, especially across all of FF. But we really appreciate what the remake trilogy has been able to do for these summons. We're not actually going to be ranking the remake summons yet. We'll be waiting until the end of part 3 to do that. But in overall, remake has been able to introduce more lore and new animations, updated, refreshed modern designs and stuff like that. So, you know, I think, Payne, you and I mostly agree there. Like, it's been really great what the remake trilogy's done with summons, except for the fact that they're data battles, and I will never forgive Square for locking them behind Chadley. But
yeah, I guess we had to give Chadley some extra purpose, you know.
Oh, I know. He's gotta do something other than sit there and spew 8,000 voice lines at you.
He's gonna actually secretly be like a summoner, and that's how they're gonna, you know, incorporate that into him being the true super boss and/or villain of Part 3.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, he's actually just a Sephiroth clone, and he's actually Sephiroth self-conscious, so he's technically the real villain. But we'll, you know, we don't want to spoil anything about our big Part 3 theory, so we'll move on from that. But diving into the summons today, we've got 16 to talk about, and we're going to be focusing in first on the design, talking about the whole animations behind them. You know, we'll touch on here and there the actual ability and power of the summons, but the focus here today is ranking about how cool the summons are in general. I mean, that might sound simple, but that's what we're trying to do here today. So, kicking things off, we have Choco Mog, and I have to say, I know this is a pretty weak summon considering you get it really early on, but I'm a fan of this one. I really am. Really cool design. I love just the little Moogle riding the Chocobo. And then of course there's the alternate too where you get the fat Chocobo as well.
Like, the thing is, the Chocobo and the Moogle are the mascots of Final Fantasy for a reason. And in particular, I love just how happy the FF7 Chocobo looks.
I know, right?
It just looks so joyous, and you know, the new Moogle design is a little more based in realism in the remake games. It looks kind of koala bear-esque, but I just love the classic kind of almost fat Pikachu-esque Moogle.
No, I
with like
do
the big
too.
nose, and I'm glad they kept like the Japanese headband, because that's like a very FF7 style Moogle thing.
It is, and it's like, I think it's so funny because the little headband that he has, it actually has kanji on it that spells out the Japanese name of the attack, and it's very unique and funny, and it's very charming, you know. And I think that's one of the things about a lot of these summons. You know, a lot of these are very kind of godlike creatures or mystical creatures. The Moogle and the Chocobo, it's like just silly and fun, and I mean, that's, you know, it's a really fun time watching this one happen. But let's dive into the actual animation here and kind of give our thoughts on that. So reacting to this with Choco Mog, I gotta say,
right.
I mean, again, I love the fact that there are two different animations that happen here that are possible.
Like, look, gosh,
Boom.
Tell me it wouldn't be awesome to see them like remake some of the like that manga-esque boom with the art and everything. That'd be awesome to see.
It'd be so cool.
And the fat Chocobo.
I just love like how the fat Chocobo like literally
him.
looks like it gives no care in the world, and
No, he's just there.
he's just chilling.
there, bro.
He's just chilling. But okay, what are we thinking for our first one for Choco Mog? Or Chocobo and Moogle, as it's called in normal Final Fantasy VII terms.
I absolutely love just the comedy behind it. I think it's a great first summon. I love just, you know, it's a classic, the Chocobo running in. We get the awesome art. And it is funny, you know, the Moogle's all dazed, and then the Chocobo just picks him up in his mouth. And that's great. And fat Chocobos are always a delight. He's he's become so popular, and they set him up at those FF14 fan fests and stuff, and just dropping him on. I hope Cloud gives him some greens before he disappears. He deserves it.
He does. I gotta say, I'm feeling like this one is a A or a B. I'm feeling A, like low A.
I'm thinking low A because I think it has such a unique vibe compared to the other summons.
Yeah.
I think it's very unique. And, I mean, come on. You can't really go wrong with the Chocobo and Moogle. Especially these designs. I think these are some of the best ones in the series. And while the FF7 remake and rebirth designs are updated, there's just something about the classic low-poly, chunky Moogle that I miss, you know?
No, I totally get it. This design, and I mean, a lot of these, most of these, all of these, but this one in particular is very, very Tetsuya Nomura. So I love this design, and yeah, I agree. I think low A is really good for this one.
Truly. And so, that means next up on our little docket would be Shiva, the Queen of Ice.
The Queen of Ice, indeed. Oh man. So, Shiva's design is so elegant and classic, and, we've had a lot of interesting modern, I guess, designs for Shiva, right? Like, FF15's Shiva was very interesting. We had Jill Warwick's design of Shiva in Final Fantasy XVI. We have the remake and rebirth version. Shiva, in FF7, I'm gonna be honest, like, obviously, Queen of Ice, much respect, absolutely, and very elegant design, but I've never been the biggest fan of Shiva in FF7 as an actual summon. I know that might offend some people, but I've never been that big of a fan of Shiva.
Yeah, I personally didn't really fall in love with Shiva till 10, just because I think the way the ice looks just really makes everything so perfect, and the way she throws off the shawl and has like the actual cold snap and everything.
Yep.
I think that's more, and I'd have to go back and look at 8 and 9's iterations of Shiva, because I know their designs are good, I just need to remember those animations. But I think that this is more so like the base of Shiva, because before this we only had her in FF3, 4, and 5, which, the summon animations in those Super Nintendo and NES games are, the sprite shows up when you get, the magic effect, and then it's gone in 5 seconds.
It's a lot different from when 7 came around on the PS1 with 3D visuals, for sure. So, all right, let's take a look at this one, because I have a pretty vivid memory of this summon animation, and I feel it's pretty tame, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm pretty sure this is like kind of like the proto of the cinematics of Shiva.
I mean, Diamond Dust is a pretty cool name. Obviously, she gets her own spotlight. Like that's pretty cool. But then it's like she just kind of, I mean, okay. It's very elegant. It's a little too elegant for me, and it's not flashy enough. You know what I mean?
I completely agree. Like, I think the ice burst at the end with the spikes could have been a bit bigger. And one of the best things about OG FF7 is that unique sound font and sound design. And I feel like they could have gone a little harder. Like some really big ice cracks and other stuff that would have been really satisfying.
I agree for sure. What are you thinking for Shiva?
I don't want to be harsh and say D tier, but the highest I'd be willing to put her is C, because I just really do think that they just improved Shiva so much in subsequent Final Fantasies.
Yeah, that's my thing too. Like I'm with you on that. I think we put her low C for now, but as we get further in, that might have to drop. It just depends.
Yeah, because we'll do like a final overlook and all of that. But
I'm sorry,
Shiva
fans.
My beautiful Ice Queen. I'm sorry, you age like a fine wine, don't worry.
I mean, yeah, no, like, modern Shiva and her abilities and stuff is awesome. Like, I mean, at least the latest version that we've got with 16, like, Shiva's attacks in 16 were awesome. So, I mean, they
bring her out, like, immediately. Like, you're watching her devastate armies and go head-to-head against Titan.
And she gives your enemy in FF7, like, a little, like, oh, here's a snow day, you get school off for the day.
I will say, I do think they did improve how they present her in the remake games.
Mm-hmm.
Because we actually have her floating around like a fairy, kind of like they've leaned more into. And like, of course, like the sound design and actual particle effects are just immaculate.
Yes.
So I think this really is just the first ideas they had of presenting Shiva in 3D.
I agree. And I do think, I will say, like, obviously, I do think that her ranking will change when we do all of the remake summons, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Because it's different. It's a different ball game, but we're doing the original today. All right, who is next up on the docker? I believe it is Ifrit. Ooh,
Yep, going
a good
from
one.
ice to fire.
Fire. It's a good one. And this one's straight fire design.
I'm not gonna lie, I think Ifrit's yet another one of those Final Fantasy summons whose design just kind of got ironed out. Like, he looks a lot more hellhoundish starting in, like, you know, FF10 especially. And they really lean into that for 16. And 7 and 15, Ifrit's just kind of like a guy with horns. And I do get some humor out of it. Like, he really is just this big, fierce, almost like ogre, I'd say.
He does look like an ogre, doesn't he? Like, it's that kind of weird, like, yellowish yellow-green skin tone. He does look like an ogre. And he kind of has, like, the, you know,
Bro,
the
he's
Shrek
reminding me of
garments going
Blanca
on.
from Street Fighter right now.
He
He just doesn't have the hair. Blanca has better hair.
No, he does. He definitely's got him beat. Ifrit needs to go back to the hairdresser for sure. Man. Yeah, because it's like, I love the remake design for Ifrit is so good. Like, he's just flames are everywhere. I totally agree. Like, this is another one that really got modernized and was able to be a lot cooler later on. I don't know. Like, I really like Ifrit's attack, is what I'll say. Like, I think he has a really cool thing. We might as well look at the video for that.
Let's roll the film. And I personally just also love fire.
Yes.
In RPGs. All right. Hellfire, just thank God that localization back in the day.
I mean,
just
dude,
stuck.
he's burst through the ground, like, just raging. It's so cool.
Just, the close-up shot.
And then he's like, boom.
I like the little fire scorch at the end. Like, he was going faster than the fire, like, bolt he did.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Definitely think it's a step up over Shiva.
I was gonna say, I'm feeling definitely B tier, because I don't think that this had as much creativity as the Choco Moog, or I guess Chocobo Moog. I can't do this. Choco Mog. The Chocobo Moogle has a lot more creativity with it, and I think it's a lot more fun. Ifrit's definitely is someone that I'm like, oh, like, yeah, you're dealing some damage. Like, it feels a lot more substantial than Shiva. But
and I think that close-up shot adds so much. Because, you know, he burst out of the ground, and then you get this close-up shot of just fire trickling out of his mouth.
Yes.
And that's some of the magic of Final Fantasy cinematography and everything. These great, stylish close-up shots. And you can really see that forming in this, you know?
Truthfully. Yeah, I'm what are you thinking? Because I'm thinking B tier here.
I think I agree, because the thing is, there's so much joy in the Chocomog one. You get that custom art. It's really cute. Plus, it has that fat Chocobo alt summon. And I kind of don't think Ifrit beats that. I like how snappy the animation is, and the fire's cool, him bursting out of the ground, and even getting that, like, really personalized shot. But I don't think I like it as much as the Chocomog, especially since, like we said, he does feel like one of the summons that gets more fleshed out the longer the series progressed.
Definitely.
So I'm definitely leaning towards B tier, if that's fine with you.
I think that's what we stick with, right? Because I mean, if we're ordering these as what we've gone through so far, he's definitely the second. So I think that makes sense.
Yeah. So far we got our Chocobo Moogle, just such a joyous summon. Ifrit's really cool, and we wish Shiva was a little bit cooler, you know?
Yeah. No, it's like, again, I give Shiva points for, I understand the direction behind it. I just think that there's a lot of other summons that are a lot cooler to use, and I at least I have more fond remembrance of. So, who are we at next?
Next, we're going up with the God of Thunder, Ramuh.
Ooh, yeah. Mr. Lightning. Yeah, I'm a fan of him.
Yeah, Ramuh's always been a classic, especially in the older series right before 7. He has a little bit of extra speaking lines and role stuff in 5 and 6. And sadly, the summons, are the ultimate extra of FF7, so they don't have even that little bit of story integration like 5 or 6. But I think design-wise, this Ramuh sticks really close to his roots. You look at him and you know that's Ramuh from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, very clearly, wizardry like. The staff is really neat. He has some really creepy eyes if you look closely.
Yeah, they're kind of bulging.
Yeah, like I'm a little concerned he might need to go see the eye doctor, but I think I definitely like the design, and even the little details that they were able to put in, like you see he has his earrings, his fingernails are kind of claw shaped and they're pointed and they're painted. Like there's clear attention to detail there. I respect this design a lot. It's simple, but it's very detailed when you look closely.
Yeah, and then, much like the other summons in the remake games, they just really make the robes even more flowing and all that. But it stays really true to his like classic design.
It really does. It does.
So
And yeah.
think, yeah, I
But
think
we gotta watch the summon first. Don't
that's
be
the
ranking
determining
first.
factor. That's
Yeah, I
the
was gonna say.
determining factor.
No, for
So
sure.
let's see if he can shock us. Judgment Bolt, just
Judgment Bolt.
such a good
love
name.
That. Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, it's
Oh,
like, dude, the lightning.
oh,
It's like the build up.
rising
building
out of
this
the earth, literally makes his own mountain, bro.
It's so cool, man. Like he's literally. It's like it spawns from the lightning. I mean, he definitely is a little creepy, but
To
man,
be fair, his
oof.
eyes bulge a little less from that downward angle.
They do. They do.
He
So,
has, God, that's like a severe, like, downward stare. He's staring straight through whatever
dude, that's the
monster's
stare
soul.
at death.
I mean, it's Judgment Bolt. Better hope you've been good.
Right?
Because he will
No,
literally
oh my
rise
God.
out of the ground almost, making his own pedestal just to wreak havoc.
And he spawns out of lightning, and there's just lightning going everywhere. I mean, this is a very complex animation. I'm a big fan of Ramuh. I really do think this is one of the coolest summons that they put in this game.
Like, so far, this is one of the coolest animations that we've gone through for this ranking.
Easily.
He's just straight up aura farming, pretty much. But yeah, dude, I think the lowest I want to put Ramuh is A.
I agree. I think, oh man, I think I'd put him in A. I really do. Like,
But
I think he has.
Does he go above Chocomog or below?
It's tough. It's really tough. I think I'd put him below. And for me, these are about equal, right? Because I think Ramuh has a really cool entrance, and you can just tell that, like, he's a really powerful summon. Like, at least that's what you feel when you see his attack. Chocomugle kind of just seems like, hey, it's fun, it's silly, it's a fun thing to watch. Two very different things, but
Yeah, very tonally different.
I think I'd put him in A.
I think A, and for now we'll put him below Chocomog, because I think the Chocomog stuff's just a bit more custom, especially with the alternate fat Chocobo summon
Agreed.
to it.
Agreed.
But I think that's a good spot for Ramuh. Just a very cool summon. Lightning is an awesome element.
Oh, for sure. No, I agree. It's definitely one of my favorites we've seen so far. All right, so I guess we got Titan up next, huh? And I mean, this guy basically just looks like a giant rock dude.
Just a giant. Yeah, he's a big boy. And dude, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I also think Titan's one of those that has evolved a little, but not as much as, Shiva especially.
He's definitely
still very much
simplistic.
He's kept a lot of the Earth motif, which I think is very powerful when they do it right. Especially in like 15 and 16, the way he just runs up and like punches the ground and throws stuff. Very awesome. And, Titan even has a bit of history in FF, because he does things like split mountains and stuff in FF4.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of Titan. I agree with you. I do think one of my favorite, and I don't know how everyone feels about this, but I think one of my favorite interpretations that they did of him, FF4 is a good one, but I really liked what they did with 16 and the way that they built him, and obviously Titan lost and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It was really cool. And I thought that his design being so jagged and rocky and like just very earthy, natural was really cool.
And I will give
this
this design like the natural stuff, like you kind of see it in like his motifs, like his, I guess like almost like fang necklace and belt or rocks. It's very like almost tribal.
Yes, agreed. I also like his bracelets and the anklets he has. And, you know, he's got visible fangs going on. There's definitely some detail here, but it's definitely like, I would say it's simplistic with a purpose, is the way I'd describe it.
He is pretty similar to Ifrit to me also, just kind of like a kind of burlier, like buff man that does something.
Yeah, it's like, it's one of those things that I'm just kind of like, you know, he's a summon, you know, that's kind of my first impression. I understand what they're doing. I like the idea of this guy made from the earth and stuff and that, but that's kind of my impression of Titan here. Is it's just kind of you know, he's just kind of a summon. There's nothing
Yeah.
crazy that's really drawing my attention to him.
I would say, as of so far, this is probably the weakest design.
Yeah, in terms of you know, complexity for sure. I agree.
Like it matches its motif and everything and does a good job of that. But yeah, he is pretty simple, so I guess let's see how his animation holds up. Because that could really honestly flip the script.
It could.
Alright. Anger the Land.
I like the name.
Like, every one of these names so far has pretty much been a banger. Okay, he just like erupts out of the ground.
Yeah, he's like, I'm here now.
Lifts.
He lifts up and
oh.
Sadly,
I don't think he's him in this case.
No, I'm like, the land rip is really cool, but it's like he just kind of flips it on the dude and it's over.
And then
like
disappears.
There's nothing there.
Like,
man,
he gets paid by the hour. Okay.
Yeah, no, for sure. He's definitely like, all right, that's my 10 seconds of fame. I'm out. Thank you, man.
We might have our first D tier.
I think it's D, man. I think it's a D.
Like, I don't want to be harsh, but I think even Shiva has a little bit more going on with, you know, the particle effects of like the snow and the ice erupting on the ground. Because this is, you know, Titan shows up kind of dramatically and quickly, rather, just erupting out of the ground. And, you know, it's cool that he has the strength and power to lift like the Earth's crust up. But then it just feels kind of flaccid when it just kind of flips over.
Yeah, it's just kind of like done, and that's that.
So, sorry, Titan, but don't worry, you really get some time to shine later in the series.
He does. Who do we got next?
Oh, Odin.
Oh, man.
Okay, so Odin's just sick. Every iteration of Odin is honestly pretty awesome.
Yeah. No, I mean, I love this design so much. You know, one of the things I think that Odin in particular has that's so cool about him is that he's just basically this. The way that he's portrayed in 7, you know, the horse just looks super just powerful, and Odin, his armor and sword, it's just a great design. It's a really great design, and easily one of my favorite summons across the whole series.
Like, so far, this is also like the most complex one of these models it looks. Like, I don't know the actual poly counts, but this is like a 6-legged horse, and horses are like notoriously hard to like rig and animate, and this one has 2 extra legs.
Yeah.
And then Odin himself, like, he's even got like a sick cape, and of course the armor and that sword, bro.
And the helmet, man.
The design itself is at least an A, just off the design.
For sure. Let's look at the animation and see how we feel.
I have high expectations because it's Odin, so I don't remember how FF7 delivers on it, but let's walk down memory lane. Okay, they literally translated it in OG.
Uh, oh
Oh,
my gosh, I just the moonshot, man, and then
they give you a
the zoom
complete
out.
different sky,
Oh,
but oh,
dude,
bro, that's so late. And then he jumps,
man. Oh, and you just see
the
the trail
triple
of the
shot,
sword. Ooh,
dude,
so good. Oh,
and
the
they get
slice.
straight up cut.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
bro,
the best one we've seen.
that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he's
there's
another one
more.
too.
There's more. And the Gunge Lance. I just love those old translations, bro.
Yes, they're
He just
great.
comes out of the smoky shadows. This
And he
huge
like look how
lance.
close he is to the enemy, and he's just like, yeah, dude.
Dude, there's rain and thunder too.
Oh man. Oh, dude, the that is
And then
so sick.
oh. Okay.
The clouds
Okay.
clearing, that is so cool. Yeah, I think that's our first S, man. Oof.
That's undebated, uncontested S tier. That's sick, and that's also what so far the only other summon besides Choco Mog that has an alternate so far.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that he could have the Gungnir Lance. Like, I
Oh,
had
really?
no clue. Yeah, I still need to actually 100% like all the extra materia stuff in OGFF7.
Oh yeah, that's a
And
fun
you
time.
know, that's so fun and doesn't take any time at all. I guess I could use boosters these days, but where's the fun in that?
Right? I think it took me 130 hours to like 100% FF7 when I did it the first time.
That's like half a
Dang.
rebirth.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, I hate this guy in Rebirth for Rulers of the Outer Worlds. Oh my god. But that's fine. Alright. Next up, we have Leviathan. Another incredible design and seriously sick summon, for sure.
I've always adored Leviathan since I first like truly encountered him in FF4. And you know, this is such a good classic design, except this time I'd say he's a little less blue and closer to like that live stream blue-green tealish color.
He is kind of like teal, isn't he?
I don't know if I remember 100% correct, but I think he's much bluer in like the remake and rebirth designs.
Yeah, no,
Like,
they've made
he
him
looks very
much
live
bluer.
stream here. He's very live stream here to me. I wonder if that was intentional, honestly.
That is interesting, yeah, because I know at least I know for a fact that he's much bluer because I remember all the promotional material for him and all that. And one of my favorite things about Leviathan, and this is not necessarily related to the model we see, but there's just some amazing concept art that is out there of Leviathan by Nomura, and it's so cool because there's actually a little scale of like how tall the character is, and then you just see this giant serpent beast just beautifully depicted. I'm a huge fan of Leviathan design wise. I
Yeah,
think just
Leviathan
the
is
serpent, oh,
one of my
so
best,
cool.
like one of my favorite summons.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And I love just having the sea dragon and the
Mm-hmm.
serpent-like body. Like, he's just sick.
Agreed.
Also, like his little like catfish antennas that we got here.
It is
Or
very
whiskers,
catfish
rather.
inspired, isn't it? It looks like it because it's like he's got the little barbs and then the big ones behind his fins, but like he's got those whiskers. It is very catfishy, right?
Huh.
It's a blue cat.
All right. So honestly, we gotta see this because I think Leviathan's design, while a little simple, because you know we get extra things like scale, detail, and all that later on in the series. But I
Right.
think just his silhouette's strong, and this is Leviathan we're talking about.
Agreed.
So let's see how his like first iteration in 3D really holds up.
Tidal wave, just one of the
The
coolest
classic.
attack names.
Ooh,
So we
all
got
the bubbles forming a big old.
Okay, now it's all an ocean.
And
That's
it all
pretty
drops
sick.
down. Oh, he's got a roar at. Oh,
And then a huge wave.
yep. I
Okay.
think the tidal wave could have had a bit more impact, but
Mhm.
everything else, like it also being kind of like the Odin one and transforming like the surrounding area a bit is sick. I think him coming in through the bubbles, watching like all the water drop back down into like the ocean he forms. That's great.
Agreed. I think, ooh, okay, thinking on ranking this one, I agree with you. I love the way that the whole area transforms and stuff. I'm thinking that Leviathan for me is in between Choco Moogle and Ramu. And the reason for that is that I think he does more than Ramu to deserve to be higher. But I think there's something about just the silliness of Choco Moogle that I'm still giving credit for.
Yeah,
But Leviathan
it's
is
so
clearly
unique.
A tier for me.
There's almost a part of me that wants to put it above Choco Moogle.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because I think just the shots of him forming, you see the bubbles and then like the ball of water and then it explodes into an ocean. You see these water drops fall. That's really great.
No,
But
I'll
kind of
give it
like I
to
said
you.
during the reaction though, I do think the final impact of the tidal wave, because you even get like the sick water like undulating up into the wave,
Hmm.
and I just feel like the impact isn't there. And
It does kind of feel abrupt in a way.
yeah, like I wish there was a bit more of a crash when it hit like the enemy. So I think I'll give it to you and put it in the spot between Ramu and Choco Moogle, because I think Choco Moogle still so far is probably the most unique summon. It's like the only one that has that specific tone in like comedy.
Yeah, no, agreed. Agreed. Okay, so we've got Leviathan there in A, and it looks like we have Bahamut
The
next. I
King of
mean,
Dragons.
this is a good one, man.
The thing is, you can't go wrong with Bahamut. You just can't, because we have the basic, more classic looking dragon designs that you fight as monsters, but Bahamut's the king, man. Just look at him. He kind of has a little bit of like some humanoid stuff going on. Like it's crazy to look at a dragon and think, like, dude, he doesn't skip leg day.
I mean, I don't think about dragons going to the gym, but I mean, yeah, dude,
I mean,
he's
how
a
else?
beast.
Like
He's a
he can walk
beast.
on two legs, unlike the other FF7 dragons.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, he's a beast, and it's like Bahamut. I love the design, like just the darker use of colors, and there's a really unique kind of like gradient going on with his wings that I really appreciate. I'm a big fan of this Bahamut design.
Yeah, in general, I just love Bahamut, and FF7's pretty unique with its utilization of Bahamut, which of course we'll be ranking very soon.
Yeah,
But just
considering there's three.
base Bahamut himself, I think it's a great dragon design, and I think when they started leaning more into this type of look for Bahamut is when he really got more of an identity. Because when you look at him, you can just go, that's a Final Fantasy monster, just outright.
Yeah,
He has that aura.
yeah, he definitely gives off like the design and idea behind monsters and just creatures you'd expect to see within Final Fantasy. So I agree. Let's take a look at his attack.
Probably one of the most legendary Final Fantasy
I know. I'm like, what
attacks
is it
here.
called? I wonder.
Mega Flare. Oh,
Oh
we get
yeah,
more stormy sky. Oh, honestly,
yeah. And he just comes through. He's like, I'm
I just
here
think
now.
about how impressive this must have been in like '97, seeing this craziness
I know.
just before your eyes. Oh, charging up with that. Oh, it's a little more comet-like. Like it just shoots and bursts out.
It is. Oh man, I love that intro animation. It's so good.
Yeah, it's great. The sky stuff they do is a bit more intricate than the Odin stuff, which is honestly sick. You see it like bulge up and then he bursts out of the clouds. And also just the way the camera, when you do the summon, it shoots up into the sky with, it's the deep darkness, and they don't even have to really cut. They just fling the camera into the sky and Bahamut starts bursting out.
Yeah,
And I
I'm a big
love
fan of this one.
the shotgun-esque impact of the Mega Flare. It just shoots out and explodes.
I will say with Mega Flare, it is kind of one shot and done. So I would, and obviously legendary attack, but I will say thinking about the later iterations of Bahamut, his attack here, while iconic, is pretty standard, is what I'd say.
I think I can agree with that, because there's also like just some signature Mega Flare stuff. Like, I personally love it when they do like the charging countdown for Mega Flare. I know they normally reserve that for like fighting against Bahamut, but that's always, I think it could have been a cool touch to have like, him like drawing his head back to charge up like the laser blast and it going like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I
it's
think
kinda-
they did much better on like the ending impact than something like Shiva or Leviathans.
Agreed. And it is I agree with you, kind of like shotgun-esque. He just kind of goes pow and it shoots out.
And that's honestly sick rather than getting some like drawn out laser.
Yeah, definitely. So what are we thinking here? I'm not gonna lie, I love the design and I really like his attack, but I'm torn here. I'm torn.
I think he goes above Ramu.
I do too, and I'm kind of wondering if we move Ramu down to B.
We might. Because I think I'm a little torn if I want to put Bahamut above Leviathan. Because I love Bahamut and this is still a really cool animation with some cool design behind it. But I do think Leviathan kinda has a cooler entrance.
Yeah, I kind of like Leviathan's whole like flooding the area a little more than Bahamut's.
Like,
sky
Bahamut's is very
approach.
dramatic.
Yes.
And that's awesome, but I think even if it has like, its own unique sky and weather effects compared to Odin, I think Odin just kind of executes that same idea a little better. With like the
Agreed.
moon, the mountains, the fog. It's very layered.
Agreed.
So I think we'll bump Ramu down to above Ifrit.
Yeah, leader of B right now. I agree. Just because, like, it's like we could put everyone in one tier, but I think if we have 3 in A right now, then we have to assess and be like, yeah, I think Ramu is the 4th one, has got to get knocked down to B. But that's still a very good rating. I mean, he's still the 5th best summon on our list right now.
Yeah, and I think this is a pretty fair assessment so far. Because I'm not sure if Bahamut goes above Leviathan. While I do think like the impact is handled better at the end of Mega Flare's animation, because it does feel like you're really just slapping this monster down. But with Leviathan, I just think all the water stuff is really cool and well done.
Agreed. Okay, so yeah, I think we're good there. Who do we have next?
So, after Bahamut, we've got Kujata.
Ooh. So this is an interesting one because I'm a way bigger fan of Kujata in Remake than I am in
Same.
FF7.
I think Kujata's revamped design is very sick. Because not lobbing any hate, but this is basically just like a demon warthog that I'm looking at.
I mean, it's a cool demon warthog. He's got like a bunch of stuff going on, but I agree. It's very just kind of he exists,
I guess I could almost get like the vibe just because of like the main. I can almost get a similar vibe as Red 13 from him.
Yeah, I understand that. Because it's like, my thing with Kujata is like, his whole redesign in, I think it's Remake or Rebirth, whenever he comes in. I mean, it's so good, and he's got like chains on his horns. There's a lot of attention to detail
like
there.
There's blood on the tips of his horns in this one. Like, I don't know if that's just supposed to be, just red tips, or if it is supposed to be like blood.
I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a bad design. It's just kind of there. He's just,
I'd honestly put it design-wise in a similar category with Titan. Like, I see what they're going for, and I get it. It's just not like a design I love, especially when you're stacking it up against all these other summons.
Agreed. Agreed. Let's check out his video.
Yeah, because I feel like that would be his saving grace.
Agreed.
Alrighty.
I mean,
Tetra disaster. That's honestly okay. All the lightning.
So the lightning is cool. Oh, whoa. Okay.
Oh.
There's a lot going on here.
And we haven't even seen him yet.
I know. Where is he? Oh,
another element. Oh, then he. Oh,
dang.
That's honestly.
That
earth effect was sick.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I'm sorry, Kujata. I didn't know your game.
Yeah, no, we're a little too harsh. That was one of the cooler summon animations we've seen.
Like, honestly, I think because I'm still not in love with his design, I don't know if I'd want to put him in A tier, or definitely not S. But I honestly think Kujata's feeling very B tier, because that animation was sick. You kind of get that build up where you see all these elements just attacking, like, what is happening? And then he just shows up just right up in the monster's face.
Yeah.
And does that stomp that does that really cool, like, floor
ripple.
Bending effect.
Yeah,
ripple.
It's really cool. I mean, it's like there's so much going on. There's lightning, there's like these it looks like glass, and the way that they broke it up with the polygons. It's a really cool. It's like, gosh, if he had a cooler design, this would easily be one of my like top 3, but I agree. Like, I definitely put him above. Oh gosh, because it's like I'd put him above
I'm
D3.
leaning towards. Yeah, I'm putting. Think between that.
Ramuh hasn't beat on design for sure.
Yeah, and to be honest, like, you know, the whole deal with a lot of these summons is them showing up, and Kujata does kind of pop up at the end just to do the final attack.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that's good place, man.
Yeah, because we were just dogging on him at first, trying to be respectful, but that animation was sick.
Don't judge a book by its cover, I guess.
Truly not.
I guess another one right here, Alexander, is our next one.
Yep, such a classic. Just honestly, Alexander's such a cool concept, like a big moving castle or automaton.
May sound really weird, but I've always like Alexander. I've always kind of gotten like, at least from original FF7, like it really reminds me of Studio Ghibli and like Howl's Moving Castle. Just, you know, the mechanical moving piece of, you know, he looks like a castle in a way. It's such a cool design. Such a cool design. I like
the night motifs a bit. These almost look like gears or even towers. Like his I'm just gonna call them hands.
Right.
His hands or arms or whatever you want to call his pillars. Also vaguely just make me think of like the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah.
Like, this almost seems like French medieval in a sense.
It
like
does.
The armor almost.
Because he looks like a knight, and then he's got like a castle on his back. It's so cool. It's such a cool design. I mean,
and all those spires, like, that's sick. It almost makes me think of things like the Taj Mahal.
Yeah,
like he's like definitely the ultimate castle, like knight golem thing here.
No, it's really cool, and I love a really underrated piece of detail. I feel like that people overlook with this is like, you look at his chest and you see like there's like 4 different layers of armor built in on the very front chest plate. I think that's such a cool just attention to detail there. And even like just the different colors of the different you know, columns, I guess we'll call them, pillars on top of him. It's so cool. I love the blue glow of his eyes too. Just very, very cool summon, my gosh.
Like design wise, I'd drop him an A. Just purely off of design, just about. But let's see what he does, because I think that's what would really help us solidify where he goes. Dude, his attack's just outright called Judgment.
I know. Gosh,
the
he just
earth
breaks the
falls
whole ground
in.
Open. Oh man, and he just spawns out.
He rockets up, and you see all the dust falling off it, bro.
Oh, dude, the breath is so cool. Oh my god, the lasers.
That explosion. Okay,
this is a good one, dude.
Like his entrance is good. I think And the fact that it's not like just a normal basic laser being shot out and it does like this design on the ground, it has that really unique looking explosion. We might have our second S tier contender here. What are
Dude,
your thoughts on that?
I'm kind of inclined to agree. Like, I think he does so much more than I like him more than the ones we have in A. I mean, it's Alexander is such the design is one of the coolest designs out of any summon in the game, and his attack is amazing. I feel in the details and just I love that pan around shot of the enemy as we see Alexander. I think he's an S. I'd put him under Odin for sure, but I
Yeah,
definitely think he's an S.
I think he's definitely after Odin, like you said. And I think what's great is that I think, Choco Moogle's still very unique. I love the water stuff with Leviathan, and Bahamut's very dramatic, but there's so
Mm-hmm.
much impact to this one. I feel like we get really nice pacing with Alexander's summon animation, I feel. Because you
Agreed.
get a bit of setup when the hole is opening in the ground and he just shoots up like an elevator. Really just rolls in. And when like he, slams his hands down and that helmet piece drops.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just great all around.
It really is. Yeah, I agree. He's definitely us. Gotta book it, man. Number 2 for us.
All right, 2 S's, 3 A's, 3 B's, and a C and a D.
Who we got?
Next up, we got Phoenix.
Ooh. Oh man. See, it's like Phoenix, there's a lot to talk about, and I know we said we're mostly focusing on design, but one of the things I just love about Phoenix, just hitting out the design, such a underrated aspect is that just amazing like rainbow pattern that comes out from the
Yes.
bottom of its wings. So cool. Very elegant like Shiva too, but it's just so detailed. Like the amount of feathers that are on Phoenix and just the tail, it's so cool. And the thing I was going to say is I know we're not talking about gameplay, but the fact that Phoenix revives your whole party is just insane.
Yeah, I feel like the utility of Phoenix compared to the other summons is just completely different. Because a
Hmm.
lot of them really are, when you get down to brass tacks, basically just like a fancier spell. Like you're usually going to use them to get high elemental damage or something of the like.
Right.
But Phoenix is really unique in the fact that he does have such a good buff slash like healing ability.
I mean, oh yeah, and I agree again. I really am a fan of the design. I don't think it's anything like otherworldly per se, but I just think that there's a lot of detail in this design that's definitely to be appreciated.
It's a very good design, and honestly, one of the things that sticks out to me, much like how you said the rainbow feathers, I love the tail. I like how long it is, and it
Yes,
really does evoke like the Phoenix Down imagery that we see a lot.
it does. It really does. And again, it's like just the attention to like there's so many little feathers. They've got the 4 that are split out as well. I mean, I'm a fan of Phoenix for sure. This is a
And
really great
if
design.
I remember correctly, isn't he a little more grounded in OG FF7 compared to the other summons? There's like some stuff linked to like Fort Condor, right?
Yes, yes, and it's you gotta go in if Sid and everyone is able to protect the huge materia.
Yeah, and so I think it honestly just feels like Phoenix got a strange amount of love in this
It did.
entry.
It did.
Dude, he's
Yeah,
gonna really be popping off in the remakes, huh?
right? Yeah, no, I'm oh man. Let's take a look at the ability and just kind of see Phoenix Flame.
All right, you're hyping up the practicality of it, but we gotta see the aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix Flame. That almost reminds me of Kingdom Hearts, just the way it drops
Yeah.
down.
The eruption from the fire is awesome.
Oh, the
Very,
rainbow.
yeah, oh gosh.
I think it's good. I just kind of wish he moved a bit more. He just kind of opens
Yeah.
up his wings.
And I'd also say like I don't really feel like there's enough fire explosion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it leans a lot more into like the mystical healing flame
Mm-hmm.
imagery a bit
Mm-hmm.
more.
I man, like let's take a look at the list. I'm inclined to say that I think it's hard because, like, yes, Phoenix has good practicality. I, I think Phoenix to me feels B tier.
I agree. I'm just a little unsure where to put him because he doesn't have like a bad or boring animation. Like it has some pretty effects, like the rainbow, and
Mm-hmm.
I do think that unique flame aura compared to like Ifrit is nice looking, and of course the utility, and he has a solid design, but it doesn't have a ton of impact, even if it is more of a healing spell.
Agreed. I'm kind of thinking here. It's Phoenix is definitely over Ifrit for me, but I don't. Kujata's animation was so good. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't
Kujata
know
has
if
a
we can
good
put it over.
animation, but I do think Phoenix's design is
Design beats it
better.
out. Yeah.
I
I okay.
think
I'm
I
thinking
think let's
over
put him
Kujata.
above Kujata.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think he has a much more solid design. He also kind of has a stronger visual language with like the rainbow feathers and the actual rainbow effect when he's doing his attack.
Agreed. The design beats it out for sure because Kujata's design, like we said, is just kind of it's not very exciting. But Phoenix, I mean, Phoenix has to go above it, therefore, just because of that.
Yes. And also just the utility. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we can't fully ignore that. And ability wise, that is quite unique compared to some of the other summons.
Definitely. Definitely.
So, next up, we're getting a revisit from Bahamut in the form of Neo Bahamut.
Man, I feel like you know, talking about remake here, but I feel like Square marketed Neo Bahamut so much for Rebirth. It's so funny. I have the remake version just ingrained in my head, but this is a really cool design.
Like,
Love Red
but
Dragons, obviously.
even plain Bahamut is, pretty cool, but I think this one is just so sick. I love the red and black. That's one of my favorite color combinations. And
Mm-hmm.
having the extra stuff on like his wings, he's more muscular, and he has just a much more fierce like maw. Like it looks like I was gonna say Bahamut on crack, but I don't think that Bahamut would look very good. But he's like I don't. He's new. He's Neo. He's the new and
It
improved model.
it really does feel like a different summon. Like it doesn't feel like, oh, this is just Bahamut leveled up, right?
I
Like it
don't
very
almost like
unique
a
visual
closer to like
identity.
a Digimon evolution, where
Yeah,
you kind of get a
yeah.
bit of a design through line in some cases, but he is like a different dragon, almost like a different breed of Bahamut.
Mm-hmm. And he's got a very unique and interesting like set of wings, like you called out. I do really like the red and the black, and then just the little accents here and there are really nice. But let's see the animation and make our judgment here.
Yeah, because like his design, it's sick, absolutely sick. Alrighty, Giga Flare, going from Mega to Giga. Black light, and
Black
it
lightning
lifts
is
it
and it
up.
lifts it all the way up. Oh man, into the
Oh,
middle of the
but
sky, and the sky opens. Oh
it
dude,
opens up like the Red Sea, dude.
and we're
The
so high
island
above the
above the
clouds.
clouds. He brings the monster to him. He doesn't
Yeah,
go
no.
down there like normal Bahamut.
He's like, no
This
surface dweller, you
animation's
come
like
up to
already
me.
longer than like two or three of the other animations put together.
Yeah.
He
Oh man.
really charges up shoots it. Oh,
Oh, and he eliminates the whole island. Oh, dude.
and blasts it back down to Earth. Okay. Admittedly, we have our next S tier here. I can't. I don't know if I can. You can maybe debate me down to A tier, maybe, but I think his design to me just really speaks to some of my personal sensibilities, and I think Giga Flare as an animation is so much cooler than what they did with Mega Flare, even though
For
Mega Flare
sure.
was solid.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely think he's S. It's a really cool. I mean, it's so long and it's just a really cool drawn out animation where just lifting the enemy all the way up, breaking the sky and bringing it up to him is so cool. So I definitely agree in S. The question is where in S though.
I think I still think Odin's honestly cooler. Like, he has the
Mm-hmm.
alternate with the Gungnir lance and all of that. And I do think the whole moon shot is still probably the coolest thing we've seen as of yet.
Agreed.
But Neo Bahamut's attack is so cool, and I think it feels so powerful that he does the opposite of the previous Bahamut and brings the monster up to him. That's really sick. And then you get to see above the clouds and this huge Dragon Ball-esque beam.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they really linger on like him charging up where it really feels like he's building such a monumental amount of energy.
I agree. It's
I
really
think
cool.
he goes above Alexander.
I do too, because it's like I love Alexander's design, but I think the attack for Neo Bahamut definitely pushes that one above Alexander.
Yeah, I think Alexander, is a little more unique since this is like another Bahamut. But,
Mhm.
dude, that attack animation, just
You can't
sick.
beat that. You can't beat that. No, I agree.
That's like Final Fantasy cinematic defining.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so Neo Bahamut, number 3 in the S tier, sitting at our second place. Next, we have Hades. And this is an interesting one for sure.
Dude, he's just outright the Grim Reaper.
Yes, 100%.
And honestly, like, I love how it almost feels like it's not like an actual spotlight being shown on him, but how like it goes from like the brighter red in the middle and gradients out into like the black sleeves is sick.
Yeah.
And the way like the texture of his face is drawn is so cool.
It really is. I love like it looks like he has so many teeth when we're looking at it. Like he just looks
He really
kind of
does.
menacing. And the claw-like fingers. And I love I really appreciate the cloak at the bottom, like just being cut off, like he looks like he's floating and it's kind of torn and jagged. It's a
The
really
extra
cool
detail of
design.
how everything tucks around the hood, and he also has like that belt collar.
Of course he has a belt. Thank you, Nomura.
He's choking himself out as a punishment because of hell or something, right?
I guess, but
But he's sick
let's see
looking. Like this is like some Castlevania death
Ooh,
design.
it
It's
is
sick.
Castlevania-like. I agree. Let's see what the summon's looking like.
Black Cauldron.
Ooh, that's tough.
Uh,
Oh man, so he just
oh,
dude, a whole altar.
like the fire. Oh, bro.
Oh, dude, this is
Dude.
sick.
It feels like he
Oh
has his
my
own like
gosh.
chandelier. That's such a menacing shot.
Dude,
Oh,
my
there's
God,
the
cauldron.
titular Black Cauldron. This is one of the
Ooh.
more extravagant.
It is.
Are we
So
about
here's
to have
my
like
thing.
a couple of? I
my
almost
thing
want to
with
throw
this.
him in S tier, but yeah,
My thing with this is the animation and the way we build up to this with the cauldron is so sick, and it might be the coolest one out of anyone with the animation wise, but in my opinion at least, like just the result of that being mist that's spread out is kind of weak.
yeah, because there's so much buildup. You see like the 4 flames and light create this pedestal, the pillars erupting, and all that. I think he probably has one of the cooler intros of all the summons.
Yes,
But
and
you're
he's
kinda
super
right.
powerful as well. But again, not ranking off that. But that's my thing. It's like he has literally one of the coolest intros and build-ups, and I love the design. But the final kind of attack that actually inflicts damage is just
Yeah,
kind of
just the
it's kind
black
of there.
mist.
Yeah, I think for me, I would say that I think we put Hades at the top of A tier.
I think that's something I'm willing to do, because I think you're right. It's literally firing on 11 until like the last like 3 or 4 seconds, pretty much.
Yeah, it's really cool though.
It is great, and he has such a good design. That's all around just what we're really looking for here.
It is for sure. Who we got next?
Next up, Typhon, or Typhoon in a certain original localization.
So this is a very interesting design, to say
Yeah.
the least.
This guy's been around since at least... I'm trying to remember if he showed up in FF5 or 6 first. But yeah, he's a crazy looking FF monster. Just a big floating face with these hands and that smile, man. And just the way his eyes crease and curve. He almost reminds me of like a combination of Slimer from Ghostbusters and Krang from Ninja Turtles.
Oh man, I got scared because I was gonna say, my combination was like he reminds me of like a gremlin and Slimer.
I can kind of see the gremlin with like the, I guess like tufts of hair or whatever under the horns.
Whatever's going on
like
there.
That
he just looks like a little
toothy grin.
He's like a little evil little creature is what he looks like.
I'd honestly freak if one of these things like showed up in my house. At least with Bahamut, even if it was gonna like kill me, I'd be like, oh, that's sick. How many people get to die by like a laser dragon? But this is a horrible abomination. It's a good design, but he's still just freaky.
He just looks like a little evil ball of just evil. I don't know.
Truly, and it's almost disconcerting how he's like this kind of like electric pink color.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, and I also, just based on my observation of his design, he is like kind of tiny. You know what I mean? And I kind of get the impression, I'm like, all right, he's kind of weak, is what you would think, right?
So let's see what he could have up his sleeve. Because I think because he's like, does some dimensional-esque things, I believe, in the earlier. Disintegration. Okay, he whirlwinds up. Okay, that kind of lasts a minute there. Okay, that is so Slimer core.
That's so Slimer. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he sneezes and stuff and blows enemies away and like.
Oh my gosh, he's got it in the back too.
He's got it back. I didn't even see. It's hard to see from the render.
Yeah. Oh man.
I think he's very interesting, but I don't know. I'm feeling a little more C-tiery. Maybe even
I was gonna say
D for him.
I think I'd put him above Shiva because I do like the design and I do think that there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
a
not
lot of
very
uniqueness.
interesting. Yeah.
Because you get all the whirlwinds and it feels slightly overdrawn out compared to some of the other summons.
Especially for like what the attack is. Yeah, it's like, all right, I'm not like crazy about it. I'm like, okay.
The best part is when he flips around.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
The best part.
It's like, whoa, what's going on here?
So he has like some good shock factor, and he is like a crazy design, unique design. But I think top of C.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, we're actually getting pretty close to the end here.
Dang.
And next up, Bahamut Zero, all caps 0.
0 indeed.
Well, we don't have a tier 0, but I don't know if we'd even put him in that because that design is sick with all the wings. I really like
so
the
cool.
color.
Mm-hmm.
Like he still keeps
that.
like the darker kind of color motif from original Bahamut, but I think that he almost feels like a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
It is very Yu-Gi-Oh. I really love the like chrome-esque metallic element of him, and I think the
futuristic.
Yes, and like the 6 wings is so sick. It's definitely one of the coolest dragon. I think it's probably my favorite dragon design out of all of these.
I think I prefer Neo a bit more, but this is great. I love the 6 wings, and like you said, the chrome. And
yeah.
Bahamut's almost a little Godzilla-esque, so like getting a little Mecha Godzilla love in there.
There you go,
that's sick. So let's actually see his animation, and I have really high expectations.
No, me too, for sure.
Right. To Terra Flare. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, now we're going to
He's
space.
the sci-fi space dragon.
Wow, we're looking at other galaxies here.
He's pretty far out there.
Yeah, I'm like, where is this guy? We just keep going.
See, the game's trying to find it.
There's the moon.
Oh,
and he flies in. He's like, it's time.
he has excellent he's studying himself. He's drawing in
Oh
like cosmic
man.
energy. Sniping him from space. That's like an orbital laser.
Yeah, orbital cannon GTA 5 online right here.
Hunker down, guys. Watch out. Ooh.
Dang, man, that's a serious explosion.
I honestly think that's probably the best explosion out of the summons we've
Definitely.
seen.
I agree.
I think this one has a lot of spectacle with the space stuff, especially with FF7's relationship with space imagery and such.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an awesome final step to Bahamut in original FF7, where, you know, we go from he comes down below the clouds, then he brings up above the clouds, and then we're going into full-blown space.
Right.
But I think it has like great build-up. It's really cool conceptually, but I feel like it's just missing a little something.
I kind of feel the same. Like I with Neo Bahamut, just the whole buildup of dragging the enemy through the clouds, breaking the sky. There's a lot more going on there, and I like that one more for sure. And it's just I agree. There's just something missing with this one. It's very very extravagant and cinematic, but it's just not enough. I don't feel like going on compared to the others that we've seen.
Yeah, because things like Hades and Choco Moogle have like very unique things going on, and the space stuff is
Mm-hmm.
awesome, and it makes sense for like this almost evolutionary line. But
Right.
I really feel like, especially after Neo Bahamut, it doesn't hit quite as hard, even though the space stuff is really cool.
I agree. I just again, it's like you can see that this is a way more powerful summon for sure, but the spectacle of it all, you know, you're just shooting a beam from space comparatively to like ripping the ground of the earth and throwing it in the air and bringing it to someone.
And like
Like,
destroying the ground
ah,
beneath their feet that you brought up. It's
yeah, man, I agree. I'm feeling middle of the road A for Bahamut Zero.
so, are you thinking? I almost want to be just ironic and just put it directly above normal Bahamut, because I
Mm-hmm.
think things like Leviathan's water stuff is really cool and unique. And it has like a similar, like the tidal wave has a similar effect almost to how like the explosion rises up around at the end of the Bahamut Zero one. But I
Yeah.
don't know, is that a little harsh putting it below Leviathan? Because I think conceptually the whole shooting the laser from space and getting the panning stuff is kind of cooler, but I think I just prefer Leviathan's effects.
Yeah, there's a lot more effects going on with Leviathan, and it's more grounded. I like that the unique effect of it flooding all of the area around the enemy and the bubbles and stuff like that. Bahamut Zero is really cool because, again, very cinematic. We see the shot of the Earth, and we see Bahamut Zero flying in, the laser. It has the best explosion animation that we've seen. But I have Leviathan and Bahamut Zero kind of at the same level, so I'm good with whatever we want to put here. But I definitely agree it's above Bahamut, but it's lower than Chocobo.
Yeah, I think also just for the sake of Bahamut saturation, I'm kind of feeling this because I think Leviathan
Yeah,
has a bit of a unique edge. And while this one's really sick, it's similar enough to its counterparts that I just think it kinda struggles to be wholly unique outside of the space thing and the obviously sick design.
yeah, no, I agree for sure. I think that's fair.
And also just, I'm sorry, the Neo Bahamut stuff was just so cool.
Oh, it was. I mean, it's still one of the best ones we've seen. But I'll tell you, the last one we have here, I don't think needs any introduction.
No, none at all. We've got Knights of the Round here, dude. The ultimate, 13? Is that the correct number of knights?
I think so.
Yes,
I think that's
13.
right. Yeah.
I need to brush up on my Artorian legends, I guess. But this, just every single knight has like a unique armor and weapon, pretty much. And they're just all
Mhm.
standing around. Plus, just,
It is
it's such a legendary
so cool.
side quest. you still hear
Oh
people
my
to this
gosh.
day talk about it and how much
No,
work it
absolutely.
takes.
It's, I'll say, my personal preference. I'm not the biggest fan of the King Arthur design in here. I think they should have leaned more towards Fate Stay Night. But no, jokes aside.
Wait for part
I'm a
3.
big
We're
fan.
just gonna put
No,
Saber in it.
yeah, Saber, please, Saber. Yeah, I am just. This is probably my favorite summon in the entire series, to be honest with you. There's just so much going on here. Just the 13 brilliant designs, the concept of this, legend of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table all being here, attacking and just dealing death damage to anyone. It's like it is so cool, the concept. And again, right, like we've talked about the designs and stuff.
Like it's
Every single knight has a different weapon or a spell. I mean, everyone does,
just
and it's
sick,
so
bro.
cool. Gosh, so cool.
And
I mean, again, part 3, it's gonna be even better because we're literally gonna hear the Saber Excalibur as the final hit, and it's gonna be so awesome. I'm so excited.
dude, I wonder if we gotta have Gilgamesh roll up and like try to take the Excalibur or whatever, get some of these legendary
that's what I'm saying.
weapons.
Get that in. No, I mean this in part 3 is like honestly, I think one of the things we're looking forward to the most. It's been so built up, and it's gonna be amazing. I just hope to God it's not a stupid data battle, but we'll see.
I almost want them to just
yeah,
implement
man.
it like almost like the Proto Relic quest, like a whole game-long
Agreed.
series of side quests with just everything you can imagine, story and lore elements. I think that's what they should do.
Agreed.
Anyway,
I mean, oh gosh,
I think
so good.
we just really need to take a look at this and let Knights of the Round speak for itself.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's yeah. Let's let the animation do the talking.
Ultimate end for the
Ultimate
ultimate
end.
materia. Whoa.
And you just get transported to this void.
One of them just floats
boom.
up.
Just
More of them.
It's almost in a way. You know what this really reminds me of
What?
is the ending of FF15 when all of the kings are there.
Like a direct Knights of the Round reference.
Yes, so cool, man. Oh man.
I like how this
And
one
all-
takes
just
its
now in
time compared to
space.
15 though. Like they all have like this
Yes.
unique weapon. And you also
this
see
is much
magic,
preferred.
void effects. And here we go. Like, dude.
Just boom, man.
It almost feels like
Gosh.
the idea of like your party as a summon in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like this could be its own Final Fantasy party in a sense.
It really could be.
Oh, here comes the biggin. I love how the cape
Excalibur.
just
Boom,
unfurls
man.
from around him and the glass shatter.
Oh man. Oh gosh.
Dude.
No, it's the coolest summon in the game, man. There's nothing left to say.
Uncontested. It's talked about the way it has been for going on almost 30 years for a reason. It has a legendary side quest and it's worth it. It's probably one of the most worth it summons out of all of them. Because like we said,
for sure.
a lot of times it's like you use a summon as an elemental tool or just purely for the aesthetic reasons, like, oh, I want to see this animation. In this one,
for sure.
it's just like people speak of this animation in the same breath as the Sephiroth super attack, Big Bang, and
For
all
sure.
that. And it's on.
It's on the same level.
It's on
100%.
that level. Like when people think
Yeah.
cinematic, defining Final Fantasy summons, Knights of the Round is always up there. And
It is.
honestly, like, dude,
Number one.
it's number one. I'm so sorry, my Lord Odin, but I mean, one guy on a horse can only do so much against 13 dudes.
I mean, I just don't know how you beat that. I really don't. Like, there's such great designs, but at the end of the day, I mean,
And there's a
my
lot of
gosh,
attack
man.
variety. You get the really unique
Yes.
void, plus like the cool effect of, almost like that light beam or pillar coming down and striking the earth, and the ground like curls up and then just
Yeah.
launches the monster into, this void where it's just getting attacked by magic, spears, staves, swords. And then finally, the king at
Gosh.
the end, he has his entire body almost just hidden, his final, like, trump card just hidden in his hand. And then the cloak unfurls and he pulls out this big sword, and it's just so cool. It takes pretty
It's
much
so cool.
everything that we loved about the other S tier summons and puts them into one thing.
Agreed. And it's just for that reason, I mean, it just can't be beat. It is number one. So that's I guess our final time. We have in S tier, we've got Knights of the Round, Odin, Neo Bahamut, Alexander. A tier, we have Hades, Choco Mog, Leviathan, Bahamut Zero, and then Bahamut. B tier, we have Ramu, Phoenix, Kujata, and Ifrit. And then we have in C tier, Typhon, Shiva, and D tier, Mr. Titan. We're sorry.
Sorry, Titan.
But I think that wraps it up well, man.
And I think
was a
this
good
is locked
time.
in. I think we did a really good
Yeah.
job of just really sorting where we believe these should go.
I think we did as well. But with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Under the Plate. Thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to let us know down in the comments what your thoughts are on the best summon in Final Fantasy VII. Did we get our list right, or do you have a completely different ranking? We'd love to hear what you think. Thank you all so much again, and be sure to stay subscribed for a great year of content for Under the Plate. You're not going to want to miss it.